Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Misty, and today's video is going to be all about how I save money and get great deals on homeschool curriculum. And I'm excited to jump into all of the information, but first I do want to say, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below for more content just like this, all about homeschooling. And the like button lets me know that this is a type of video you enjoy, so I know what to make for you in the future. And if you'd like to take the extra step, you can always hit the bell button down below as well, and that will let you know every time I post a video. All right, let's start talking about how to save some money on your homeschool curriculum. All right, so first and foremost, guys, you should know if I don't have to buy it brand new, I'm not going to, okay? And we'll get more in detail about that, but that's the number one point that I'd like to say. First, let's say this, because it's gonna be a lot more lengthy when we talk about why I don't buy it brand new. But first, let's just talk about the fact that you don't have to buy all the unnecessary parts to a curriculum. In this video, I'm mostly going to refer to our All About Reading curriculum as the example for everything, just to keep it simple and not confusing. So what I mean by skip the unnecessary is I skip anything that really doesn't have anything to do with the actual learning. So in All About Reading, it comes with an interactive kit, and there's a deluxe kit, and to be honest, a lot of people will go ahead and upsell for the deluxe kit because of all the little extra things you get. But here's the truth. All you need is the teacher manual, the student handbook. We'll talk about the sight word cards, but honestly, those three things are the only things you need. In the deluxe kit, if you're on their website, it shows you that you would get like a sticker chart, you get like word tiles, which are important, but we'll talk about that here in a second. So it comes with all these extra unnecessary things, including, I think it came with like a tote bag. You know, like, do you need a tote bag? No. So skip the branded sticker charts. Create your own if you really want it. Honestly, I hate sticker charts. I don't stick to them very well. So why bother? So I don't do it, but if you want to do it, just create your own. Draw your own sticker chart that could go along with the curriculum and give them stickers as you please. Same thing with the word tiles. There's two ways you could go about this. They have an actual app that you can buy for $20, and that $20 gives you access to it for the length of the curriculum. So there you go, spend $20 and get the electronic version that you can use on a tablet, phone, anything like that, and you're good to go. The other option that we do is, if you watched recently in my Homeschool Along With Me video for All About Reading, we did our own tiles, and there's like two ways you can go about that. I simply went to Target and I found some alphabet tiles, and what I did was I brought them home. They were magnetic as well, and I put a red square around the vowels and left the consonants alone, and there we go. We have our tiles. I spent I think it was $3 compared to buying the full out curriculum and paying all that extra money. And even on top of that, you don't even have to go to Target to get them. Really, you could cut out little squares and you could either handwrite the letters neatly, or you could print the letters on these squares and you're good to go. I would recommend laminating them and putting a magnet on the back. That would help a ton with keeping them in a good shape to use. But honestly, you could get away with just square tiles on paper and just replace them as you need to if they start to wear down. And there you go, you have pretty much free tiles. Okay, so with that being said, let's talk about, again, like I said, as far as what gets bought from the website brand new and what doesn't. So with All About Reading, obviously depending on what you're getting, it could change, but like I said, just using this as the example. With All About Reading, all I worried about getting was the student workbook, the teacher manual, and the sight word cards. Now in hindsight, I could have honestly skipped the sight word cards for multiple reasons. First of all, my daughter hates flashcards for sight words. I wasted money on these cards that she doesn't even like, to be honest. And on top of that, in each lesson in the curriculum, they actually have the words written out for all the new sight words in each chapter. So with the sight words being written in each chapter, I could just write them on little pieces of paper or create the game or whatever I'm going to do without spending the money on those cards. So keep that in mind. You don't even need the sight word cards. Honestly, you could get away without that. So that means you don't need to buy any deluxe kits. You could literally, if you wanted to go straight through the website, buy just the handbook and the manual. But even on top of that, let's still talk about this more in depth about how I save even more money. Now, the only thing I tend to buy brand new on the website is the student handbook. This is why. Student handbooks, outside of being brand new and freshly on the website, tend to be hard to find in a brand new condition where they're not written on or pages missing. You can find them outside of the website Sometimes, like if you get lucky, but for the most part, it's really hard to get it in pristine condition, and that matters to me. If it doesn't matter to you, then you can forego this part anyways. But for me, it does matter, so I buy that directly from the website, and I think it was like $35 for the student handbook. So if the student manual is the only thing I get from the actual branded site, brand new, then where am I getting everything else? Let's get into that. I buy them secondhand. Now, the biggest tip I'm going to give for this is if you're wanting to save money and you're okay with buying secondhand, is to make sure that you're looking far enough in advance. As far in advance as possible is best. Never wait till last minute, okay? Because if you're buying secondhand, then you are basically waiting for somebody to have it available for you to get a hold of secondhand. Sometimes curriculums can take a while to find. Like, I've been looking for a while for All About Reading Level 2 and kind of took a break actually, but I'm getting ready to get back on it. But it does take some time sometimes to find all the bits and pieces that you need. And talking about bits and pieces, sometimes you have to buy the curriculum in bits and pieces. And that could be because somebody might only be selling the teacher manual, but somebody else is selling the cards and somebody else is selling the student handbook. You see what I'm saying? So it could be pieced out throughout your searching for it. So keep that in mind. You might not be able to get it all at once like you would on the website buying it brand new. If you're looking for a deal, there's a possibility that you'll have to buy bits and pieces and build the curriculum up to what you need it to be. So with that being said, also, you're probably wondering, well, where am I getting the curriculum secondhand? I have two main places that I go, but I'm sure there are plenty more places. This is just what works best for me. Those two places are eBay and Facebook. So first, let's talk about eBay. eBay to me seems like the most common place to find somebody looking to sell their curriculum for homeschool. So that's why that's often the first place that I will look. I often go to eBay, do all my research to find what I need, and most times it is there for me. Now, the thing about eBay is you'll see two different types of sellers, and if you don't know, I'm also an eBay seller as a small like part-time income. So I can tell you eBay is a legit website in case you're always worried about that. But you'll find, I'm saying two, but actually three different types of sellers. One is a seller who is auctioning, which you can get some good deals sometimes on curriculum that is auctioning. I don't like dealing with auctions. I'm not gonna watch something just to buy it. I prefer the person who's doing the buy it now or buy it now with best offer accepted. If I can find curriculum that's allowing someone to give a best offer, that's usually the first curriculum I will try to snag, because that's usually how you get the best deal. Because you're often dealing with people who would like to get the item off of their hands and they're willing to give it to you for a deal as long as you're not lowballing them too much. That's very important. Don't go and kind of insult them with a lowball, but give a reasonable offer to get a lesser price to save you even more money. Also, with doing this, something to keep in mind is to make sure that you're adding up and calculating how much you'd be spending, especially if it's in bits and pieces, because you might find the teacher manual here for $25 and the student manual here for $15 and this and that part for other prices. But if you're not careful and you don't add it all up, you might be paying more than it would actually cost to just buy it brand new. So be aware of that. Be careful on how you're spending. Make sure you're calculating it and not spending more than just buying it brand new from the website, from the actual brand website. So often check eBay. That's what I would say is the very first thing you should do. Check eBay first. The second place I like to check is Facebook Marketplace. I've seen some really great curriculum deals here, even ones that I'm not personally looking for, but it just shows up in my algorithm for Facebook Marketplace. But yes, this is a great place to look for curriculum. Now, the thing about Facebook Marketplace is it can be harder to find what you're looking for than it is on eBay. eBay's obviously looking to sell to pretty much anybody in the world, and even smaller than that, they're looking to sell to anywhere in the United States. So I can look at listings in any state and have it delivered to me. Now, Facebook tends to try to keep it smaller and local to you, which means less people looking to sell their curriculum. So there are times where there's absolutely nothing on there for me, and that's why I stick mostly to eBay. But every now and then, like I said, you can get a good deal on Facebook. Now, here's the beauty of getting it on Facebook. The sellers on Facebook Marketplace are often looking to sell it for the best deal, the cheapest value you can get, because it's just marketplace people mostly who are looking to get it out of their house compared to possibly eBay sellers who sell it for a living. So marketplace, you can just be dealing with a mom or a dad who's ready to get some homeschooling curriculum off their hands, and they really aren't looking to get a huge value out of it. They're looking to get a huge amount of money out of it. Another great thing about Facebook Marketplace is often you can give a best offer to negotiate a lower price. I feel like people are a little more lenient to giving you deals on Facebook than even eBay, just because, like I said, you're dealing even more with just local moms and dads who want it off of their hands. Now, here's a really great tip of something to think about. If you look up your curriculum and there's not a lot in your area, but it is showing you like curriculum in other states, of course you don't have to drive across state lines to get curriculum. But I have seen where, like I seen the All About Reading curriculum before posted in Michigan, and it was for a really great deal. It just wasn't a level I was looking for. They wanted $75 for everything, pretty much in pristine condition. If you see that, don't get bumped out. Reach out to them and see if they're willing to send it to you if you add on shipping cost. That could be a great way to still get an amazing deal. So don't count out those out of state or too far away possible purchases. Just reach out, see if they're willing to ship it to you. A lot of people would be willing still to ship it to you if you're willing to pay the shipping cost. And you'll never know unless you ask. So reach out and ask. The worst they can say is no. All right, so that's how I get a lot of deals. And for example, All About Reading level 1, I spent, I think, somewhere between $70, $80 total. If that, it might have been even lower. When I would have to buy it brand new for way more. I think it was closer to $200 brand new. You could always go on the site and see what it costs to get all the parts brand new, but I saved a ton of money on the curriculum doing it the way I do. Same thing with Matthew C. I spent, I think, $25 on Matthew C total, and the blocks, I got a double set of blocks for like 15, 20 bucks. So keep that in mind. You can get really great deals if you pay attention to local and eBay or other platforms that you might think of to use. All right, so let's talk about some other options as well. Let's say that instead of getting it secondhand, you want to get it brand new, but you just want deals. Let's talk about some ways to save some money. You won't save as much money, but these will still help you save some dollars. So I'm not 100% certain, just because obviously I haven't been in the homeschooling game super long, but it seems like spring and summer is the time to find really great deals on homeschooling curriculum. I think that's because they are trying to entice you to buy their curriculum leading into the next school year. So most people are looking through spring and summer to start buying for the coming school year. So with that being said, over the spring and summer, keep an eye out for company discounts and coupons that you might find to entice you to buy from them. Whether that be by checking their website or maybe following them on social media to keep an eye out for it. Another great option is either online or in-person conventions that are held for homeschooling curriculum and parents. Often when you deal with these types of conferences, the companies are wanting to sell a lot of product with such a condensed space of people looking for products. So they'll often have on site at these conventions coupons, discounts for a percentage off of things, special deals, maybe some type of like deluxe kit deal where you're spending less money but getting way more stuff. Like, I guess discounted bundles is the best way to say that. And honestly, sometimes even free giveaways are done through these conferences. And another great option is to keep an eye out with homeschool influencers on social media who might be either doing sponsorships with companies or some other type of deal worked out. So keep an eye out for influencers to have those special discounts and coupons for you guys to get deals on homeschooling curriculum brand new. And the last one I want to mention for people who really need to save some coin, which I'm not mad at all, and that tip is elbow grease can save the most money. So if you're willing to be resourceful and creative, you can save the most amount of money. And that is by either creating your own curriculum completely, or to do something like, say, buy only the teacher manual and create your own student workbook or activities around that manual, because then you're only paying for that one item and the rest of it is up to you how much you spend on what you build. It could be just simply with paper that you have and other things within your home that you can use to create your own curriculum. All right, those are my tips, you guys, for saving money for homeschool curriculum. I hope that you found it useful in some type of way for your own homeschooling, and if you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up button so I know to make more content like this for you guys in the future. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more homeschooling content just like this on my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have fun homeschooling. Bye.